This is a performance and tutorial of the 4-card Monte routine I call Ace Age. I did that routine a few years ago. You can look back at my other videos and watch the old performance, but I'm going to do a new performance and then teach how to do it. So enjoy. This is a demonstration of 4-card Monte. It's similar to 3-card Monte, except it uses 4 cards. The concept is the same. It uses several alike cards, in this case the 3s, and one indifferent card, the king. That's the card you need to follow. I'm going to mix these up just a little bit, but I'm going to turn them face up so you can clearly see where the king is. In this case, it's second from the top. If I turn the pack over, the king is second from the bottom. If I reverse the order, it should bring the king second from the top here, but that's a 3. Actually, the king is on the bottom. Now, if the king is on the bottom and I reverse the order again, it should bring the king right to the top, but actually it's second from the top. I tell you what, let's eliminate one of the cards and we'll mix the remaining 3 and we'll see where the king is. Well, it's not on the top, it's not on the bottom, it's not there either. You're probably thinking this is the king. No, that's the master race. The king is on the bottom over here. Now at this point you're probably losing money and wondering what a master race is. This is the ace of spades. If you take a master race and you place it in between ordinary cards, snap your fingers, it comes to the top. If you place it on the table, it comes to the top. If you place it on the bottom, it comes to the top. If you place it on the bottom again, it comes to the top again. If you place it on the table, it's on the top. You can place it on the bottom, but it really doesn't matter because the master race is always on top. This is how you perform the 4-card Monte routine I call Ace Age. What's great about 4-card Monte is it uses only 4 cards. There's no hidden cards, and they're all normal cards. These are the cards that you use, and this is the order that you put them in. 2, 3 of diamonds, a king of spades, and 1 ace of spades. This is the order. So as the routine starts, you pick them up, and this is your order. There are several moves you need to know to perform this routine, including a single lift, a double lift, and a triple lift. And using 4 or 3 cards, it's fairly easy. If you haven't seen my other video, the 3-card Monte tutorial and the 4-card Monte tutorial, red, black, and blue, I go into those moves a little more in depth. But basically, holding 4 cards, you smear all 3 cards over and flip them over. That's a triple lift. You're lifting 3 cards, block pushing 3 cards. Now I see a lot of people trying to squeeze them together to hold them. Try to practice just smear them over and just flop them like that. It looks more natural. A double lift would be if you're holding 3 cards and you smear over 2 cards and flip them over. 2 cards. You're pushing 2 cards over. A single lift, you retain 2 cards here and you push the 1. That's a single lift. That's a double lift. The other move you need to know is the Elmsley count. An Elmsley count, you can use 4 or more cards, and the idea is to hide one of the cards. And in this case, it'll be the one card in the third position. And I'm just going to flip this one over so you can see. You grip the card, the pack, with your fingers here, and put your index finger in front. I see a lot of people trying to do an Elmsley count like this. This is not an Elmsley count. Hold the pack in this position. Bring your index finger in front. Peel off the first card and pull it out at a 45-degree angle. Not forward, not sideways. 45-degree angle. When you come back, these fingers block push 2 cards over. And as you come back to grab those cards, you see you're hiding that third position card in there. So you pull on a 45-degree angle, block push those 2. As you come back to grab those 2, you leave this card underneath the bottom card and try to line it up as best you can. So you're counting 2, and then normal 3 and 4, and you've hidden that card like this. Now, I'm going to leave a link in the description, and you can go visit my friend Jay over at MissMadge822. He has a tutorial on how to do the Elmsley count. It's very good. Watch it. Once again, this is the order that you put the cards in, and this is how I start the routine. You should know how to do single lifts, double lifts, triple lifts, and an Elmsley count. Like I said, if you go back and watch, especially the 4-card Monte routine, red, black, and blue, I go into in-depth on the doubles and the triples. That's the order you start in. I'm going to include the pattern in the description that I wrote for this, and I want to emphasize the importance of practicing the pattern while you're practicing the moves. In other words, the pattern should be choreographed with every single move that you do. When you say something, a card goes down. It should happen every single time. Now, if you do this live, you can mess around with the audience and deviate slightly, but for the most part, it stays the same. This is how you do the routine Ace-Age. Start with the cards in the order I showed you, and you pick this card first and you work your way across. As you're saying, this is a demonstration of 4-card Monte. Notice how I picked up the 4th card as I said 4-card Monte. It's similar to 3-card Monte as I peel out 3 cards, except it uses 4 cards as I'm doing this with the 4 cards. So that's the little importance of doing your pattern timed with all your moves, so it happens the same way every single time. Practice the pattern with the moves. The first move is a single lift. You want to single lift the first card over and turn it over. Instead of turning it back over and laying it on the table, it's legitimately a 3, so you want to push that all the way. So turn it over like that. This way they're seeing it as it's going down. There's no question in their mind that it's a 3. And as you lay that down, now you do a double lift, and you block push those 2 cards over and show the next 3. Double lift it over again. Now this time you lay it down without showing it as you're pushing the next card over, and bring it out and turn it like this. So you've shown that one and shown that one, and you snuck that one in there. So everybody, it's very believable. And then you turn this over and you show your king, place it there. So we'll go through that again. Reverse it. As you're saying the pattern, it's similar to 3-card Monte. It uses several alike cards. In this case, the 3s. Notice how I say the 3s as I turn that last 3 over, and 1 indifferent card. The next move you're going to do is mix the cards. Now there's 2 times you mix the cards in this routine. The first time we actually do rearrange them slightly. The second time does absolutely nothing. So the first mix, grab the top card, place it on the bottom, grab the next card, place those on the bottom, and grab the 4th card and place it on the bottom. You've mixed, what you've done is swapped the 2 middle cards, their position. The ace used to be there, now it's here. And at speed, let's put them back there. At speed you would go, and it looks like you mixed them. After you finish mixing them, grab these 2 corners and rotate it around, and it'll put you perfectly in position, ready to do your first Elmsley count face up, where you're going to hide the ace at the third position. So do your Elmsley count, and it looks like you just mix them, and now they're randomly positioned, and you're saying, hey, guess what, it's second from the top. When you show it second, and then right at the last minute slide one more card over so they can see the 3 there. It's very convincing that you have 3 threes and a king. After you've shown the king in the second position, turn the entire pack over and explain that the king should be second from the bottom here, which it is actually. But then you're going to do your second Elmsley count, and it's going to arrange the cards in such a way to where, although the king should be second from the top here, it's not. It's a 3, and the king is on the bottom. When you show the king on the bottom, you point to the king and say, well, if the king is on the bottom, you turn it back over, do your last Elmsley count. If you reverse the order, it should just bring that king right to the top. But since you're doing an Elmsley count, it isn't. It's second from the top. When I'm showing the second card down, I'm doing a single lift, pulling this card away and doing another single lift. And I'm using these fingers here to come up underneath and turn it over like that. And be careful, don't flash that or you'll blow the whole routine. So that's how I'm showing the second cards. Now, at this point, you're going to eliminate one of the cards. You're going to do a triple lift. Now, when you smear these over, you don't have to go crazy way over like this. All you need is just a little bit, just enough to get your finger under there so you can grab all of them and flop them over. So you're going to eliminate one card. It looks like you're eliminating the 3. Actually, that's the card that's going down. And then this is your second mix. Does absolutely nothing, but it helps with the misdirection of what you just did here. So we're going to mix these. You pull 2 cards, place them on the bottom, pull 2 cards. It did absolutely nothing. Now the next move you need to do as the pattern goes is you want to try to find the king. So you do a double lift, push 2 cards over, grab them and turn them over, and show, well, it's not the top card, and you place that card down. Now when you do the doubles and the triples, some people will do a buckle where you buckle the bottom card and then it opens it up so you can grab these cards and flip them. But when you're dealing with 3 or 4 cards, when you do the buckle, it bends one of the cards, and for the rest of the routine you'll have problems doing Elmsley counts and all kinds of other problems. So I prefer to just do the block push, flip it over, place it down. Now I can show either one of these. Both of them are 3s, but I prefer to show the top, then come down to the bottom, and then show the middle, and it's just a little more convincing that those are 3. And then at this point they're like, oh, well, the king's over here, and this is when you say, no, this is the master race. Now I don't know if you noticed, I didn't say master ace, I said master race. And if you're using bicycle cards, see the little angels right there? As I point to the angel, I say the master race. Nobody notices. You can use other cards if you want. I mean, that's just, there it is. So at this point, you say, no, that's the master race. You square these up and turn them over and show the king is on the bottom over here, and explain that now you're probably losing money and wondering what a master race is. So then you flip over the ace of spades, turn this pack over, grab the ace of spades, flop it on top, fan them out, take the ace and put it in third position, as you're saying if you mix it with ordinary cards. Now snap your fingers, do a triple lift, pull the ace over, triple lift, place that card there, do a double lift again, single lift a card and place it on the bottom. Now do a single lift and the ace is still there. Single lift, turn it over, do a double lift, put 2 cards on the bottom, do another double lift, turn them over. There's the ace again. Double lift, turn them over, single lift, place 1 card down, single lift, turn the ace over again, single lift, and place it on the bottom. As you place it on the bottom, I grab the 2 corners and I come around and I show the ace. Now, sort of the faster you do this, the better it works, and you're basically throwing the top card down and flipping this up in the air. And there's your final ace. Now, I'm going to show that last move again very slow. As you're showing this ace, and then you single lift it and turn it over, place it on the bottom. As you place it on the bottom, square it up, grab these two corners and swing them around, and pause ever so slightly just to make sure that the ace can be seen. And as you come around, you're going to drop that top card down real fast. Don't flash this card, bring it so it faces you, and grab it horizontally with these two fingers, and you're just going to take your index finger and flick it as you let go, and it's going to fly it up into the air like that. Anyway, that's Ace Age. Thanks for watching.